Everybody's here. All right. Hello. Thank you for coming again. I would like to begin by telling you about a man named Clarence Darrow. He, who is passed, was an attorney and an active civil rights member. He's very well known. Maybe more his legacy was defending a teacher who was sued by the state of Tennessee for teaching evolution in the classroom. The teacher lost. This is in the early 1900s, so it was frowned upon to do so. But one of the things that Clarence Darrow is credited with saying is that lost causes are the only causes worth fighting for. This could apply to so many. The more popular ones that we've probably all been invested in are hunger or disease. With hunger, we spend endless dollars, and if not dollars, we donate unperishable items to food shelves in an attempt to end the suffering. And yet we know that regardless of our efforts, there will still be people who won't eat. With disease, it's similar. We endless amounts of money that we pour into research in the hopes of finding cures for horrible things that take away people that we care about, or even donating money to send vaccinations to people who would otherwise go without. Still knowing, though, after countless dollars and hours, that someone will still get sick. I'm not here today to talk to you about the lost cause of hunger or disease. I am here today on behalf of Volunteers of America. It's a nonprofit organization here in the United States. It's been around for 120 years. And they provide affordable housing and services to vulnerable populations. It might include senior citizens, abused women, homeless, etc. More specifically, I'm here today to ask for your support and a monetary donation for a housing project that's located here in Minneapolis. And what they do is offer affordable housing and services to a population of all male ex-convicts re-entering society. The services that they're offered, in addition to shelter and food, a warm place to sleep, would include cognitive behavioral therapy, as well as interviewing services so that they can go out, get a job, and in the process, they have an address so that they are totally able to be employed. Something, though, that when thinking about providing support or resources for such a population, I know that initially when I first started thinking about the cause, my mind went in the direction of if my support would then somehow imply that I condone this behavior. And then my own nature is to just catastrophize and go to like the Law and Order version of, well, murderers and rapists, and you start thinking about innocent victims of children and senior citizens and parents and all of these things. You're like, well, how could I possibly support that, right? But it's at that moment, in that exact thought, that I would challenge you to look at it a bit different and allow me to reframe that for you. To look at it more as a donation representative of your faith in the American justice system, that your faith in the society that we share here as Americans on this land, and in our community, and that we as a group have decided on laws and rules that we will live by. These men were tried by a judge or jury of their peers. Laws and rules were applied. They were given a sentence, and they have held up their end of the deal. They have paid their debt according to what was expected. And it's now our turn to hold up our end of the bargain, which is to forgive. And ultimately, if in that time of forgiveness you find a feeling of hopefulness, it's at that point that I would ask you to show your support for these men and welcoming them back to our community. Thank you.